would have been like, yeah, kind of what's in our film
Soundtrack.
through our presentation.
Our film's called La Forêt de l'Amour, which is French for the Forest of Death. Centuries ago, the past is surrounded by a dark forest. Chris committed suicide after committing the 7 deadly sins. A mad pact with the devil. The pact meant that his soul could spend eternity in the very place that he died.
700 years ago, a group of friends heard the mysterious legend of the person who got the monk, the undead priest, who was in the forest, and they decided to go out to venture themselves. 3 friends went into the forest, but they got split up. The audience will first see Lizzie, which is the person who you see introduced at the very start, see her running and see flashbacks between her and the, well, rather biblical quoting it, so it will look quite authentic. Being with Lizzie, who's her 2 friends, Chris and Tom, and these 2 get split up. She looks around and she can't find anyone, she's lost. She's trying to find someone, and she bumps into Chris, who's a lost friend, and they all rejoice and stuff. And they're all happy. And then basically, she looks around and finds this thing, closes up, right into their face. We're going to have close camera shots, scary music, jumping sounds, and then they're going to, well, Sam or Chris is going to be eaten or possessed.
Character profiles. Chris is a stereotypical teenage boy. He's athletic and will be dressed in tracksuit bottoms, trainers, that sort of thing. He's best friends with Tom, and Lizzie's his girlfriend. He's usually the peacemaker between them both, as they don't really get along very well. He's strong and courageous and very protective over Lizzie. Tom, throughout the opening of the film, we find out he's quite argumentative with Lizzie, which can sometimes cause tension between him and Chris. He's less athletic and more of a bookworm. Lizzie is 16 years old. She's Chris's girlfriend who doesn't always see eye to eye with Tom. She's pretty but can be quite bitchy at times. She's strong both physically and emotionally, which comes across when she's fighting for her life. Lizzie's character is a contrast with the usual stereotype of girls in horror films.
Representation. The character of Lizzie is a contrast of the stereotype and goes against common ideology within horror. Instead of being weak and vulnerable, Lizzie's character will be strong both physically and emotionally. She will also fight for survival, unlike what is normally presented in horror films. We wanted to create a different image of girls in horror films, and also by changing the representation of characters within the film, hopefully the audience will realise our film is not just a normal horror film, it has its own twist. Chris's character will be represented as a typical male within horror films. He'll be strong, courageous, athletic, and protected over Lizzie. We decided to make Chris's character like this to lure the audience into a full sense of security. They expect the character like this, like Chris, to survive. Tom is not ever fully seen by the audience, making it scary for them. We don't really witness him as a character before he's taken over by the demon, so we don't know. We don't really get to know him as a character. When he's possessed by the demon, we see his feet, hairy and dirty with the long toenails, and cuts to show the difference between his human self and the demon self.
Target audience. Target audience for our film will be between 18 and 24, and mainly males. We came to this conclusion after finding the graphs below. They show the age group of 18 to 24 is the most popular group to attend the cinema, and also that more males watch horror films than girls. We intend the target audience to be British because our film has a British feel to it and will mainly be set in a national heritage site, Castle Ring. It would also be appreciated more by the British audience as it may relate to an individual in some way. The target audience will be C2, which is skilled working class, D, unskilled working class, and E, economically inactive.
Institution.
Just doing an audience profile now. The average person that we're looking to target this film at will be a 19-year-old male. So you have to excuse my drawing, I'm not an artist. Big Ben is 19 and he goes to university. He enjoys going out with his mates, drinking beer, as you do at university, and he has a great liking for horror films. He goes to cinema about, I think it's 2 times a month to see all the horror films because he's that sort of person. Ben is the person that we'd like to target this film at because we feel that it would interest him and his category the most out of normal people.
Institutions. The institutions that we should be combining, both the Film 4 and Optimum releases. Film 4 is because they are good at producing like independent films that people have made and showing them. They're also British. For example, producing Slumdog Millionaire and Steve McQueen's finger. Optimum releases. We've chosen this because they've had success in films such as Profit and Lost Station. They're successful with This Is England as well.
Language. We will have a non-diegetic soundtrack throughout the film. The music is quite fast-paced, representing a few different things, like their heartbeats and them running. It will also help to build up suspense. There will be diegetic sound effects like screaming, twig snapping, and heavy breathing to make it more realistic and hopefully scary too. The type of camera shots we would like to include are panning shots, following shots, zooms, and high-angle shots. We're also going to include a voiceover of whispering of biblical quotes. Within the opening of our horror film, we will also include a lot of fades when it comes to the editing to reinforce the genre.
Ideology. This is a Bible quote from Revelations. I am he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore, amen, and have the keys of hell and of death. It will be shown in writing, in flashbacks of some characters running. The opening of the film relates to demonic possession. We think that this quote ties in nicely with talking about hell and death. The iconography will be used to support genre by linking physical characteristics to the development of demonic possession. For example, the change in appearance, red eyes, dirty cuts, and not doing human things like blinking. Using the idea of demonic possession also links to the theme of British horror as it relates to ancient Christian beliefs.
Narrative. We will be contradicting Topos theory in Equilibrium because it's the start of our horror film, it's disequilibrium. To fit the horror genre and throw the audience in the deep end. On the other hand, we have accumulated Props theory. Elizabeth is a hero, Tom's a hidden villain and a victim. This is the help and victim. We also like to include Levi Strauss's theory of binary opposites by having good versus evil, Lizzie and Chris versus the demon that is possessing Tom.
Genre. It is a British horror film. The film will be British because it's filmed in England and we've got British actors. The production and distribution companies are also British. The location is Castle Ring, which is obviously in Britain. The film will be recognised as a horror because we filming during the hours of 1600 and 1900 hours, which is like winter, which is dark and mucky, which gives us a good feeling of insecurity. Screams, twigs, snapping, all diegetic, non-diegetic sounds that will be in horror films that will give you a sense of insecurity again. The type of camera techniques we also went into a film, so it's a horror, so like close-ups. We'll have like running shaky cam and all that kind of stuff.
Are there any questions?